Hello indeed and welcome to Sean Finn Park, Rathkeale today for the setting of today's West Junior A football final, which brings together the pairings of Knockfierna Gaels and Gerald Griffins Ballyhale. This promises to be an intriguing contest as it brings together two clubs that have never in the history of the GAA met in a decider yet. Gerald Griffins, this year's divisional and county league champions, enter as slight favourites, while Knockfierna, who have also qualified for the Junior A hurling championship, it will be a journey into the unknown. As we look now at the Gerald Griffins Ballyhale side, we will announce the team. In goals, Sean Behan. Number 2, Paddy O'Connor. Number 3, Chris Noonan. Number 4, John O'Connor. Number 5, Patsy Quinlivan. Number 6, Pat Ambrose. Number 7, John Milan. The two midfield partners are number 8, Martin Dalton, and number 9, Gerald Curtin. Right half forward, John Welch. Centre forward, Danny Scanlon. Number 12, John O'Sullivan. The right corner forward is Eamon O'Connor. Full forward, Oliver Scanlon, a brother of centre forward, Danny Scanlon. And to complete the lineup for Ballyhale, it's Peter Noonan. Others are Liam Reedy, Joe Herbert, and Mike O'Keefe, back of Limerick. Crowd streaming in their droves here into Sean Finn Park. There is up in 1,000 people here today for today's Junior A final. As the crowd, they're still coming in their droves. As we now look at midfield, we see Mikey Sullivan, the referee, the vastly experienced referee from Arda Carrick. His linesmen today are Matty O'Connell from Kilcornan, along with Mike Nash from Kilcornan. As the referee, Mikey Sullivan, brings out the Knockfierna Gaels. The line out for Knockfierna Gaels is between the posts, Michael Kelly. Number 2, Thomas Donovan. Full back, Conor O'Keefe, who is also the captain. Number 4, Liam Fitzgerald. The half-back line is made up of Seamus Stapleton. Number 5, Pat Keavney, the centre-back. Number 7, Noel Ford. The midfield partners are Padraig Fitzgerald, number 8, and number 9, Davy Fitzgerald. Right half forward, Brian O'Brien. Number 11, Ned Cagney. Number 12, Shane Hartnett. Number 13, Pat Burke. Full forward, Mike Quaid. And to complete the full forward line, we have Kieran Stapleton. The coach of this team is also a Enniskeaton Ballysteen man, John Carrick, who is also vice chairman of the County Limerick board.
Come back a small bit. I'll get them back a small bit. Look at the people behind me. The loudness. Behind the line, folks. Behind the line. Come on, Kevin. Now give the game. Look,
Poison list of 24 hours.
ball in the middle. Let's see it.
And the scene is set so at Sean Finn Memorial Park, Rathkeale. Incidentally, a point to note is that Sean Finn, the Rathkeale man, was a member of the 1921 team from Rathkeale and killed by British troops in 1923 in Ballyhahal. Gerald Griffins, they won the county under-16 title yesterday by defeating Palace Green on the scoreline 3-3 to 1-6 at Croom. Referee so, Mikey Sullivan. The cameraman there. And the game is off. It's gathered there by the match within 30 seconds of the start. It's to Ballyhahal. The man to take it, Pat Ambrose, a farmer. A good kick, it lands. It's up towards Oliver Scanlon, misses it there. It's up now towards Pete Noonan. Pete Noonan goes down. He's hustled and bustled. It's Pete Noonan. He gathers well. He hops it. Hand pass through. It comes to nobody but the fullback, Conor O'Keefe, and well driven down the field. It's gathered there by John Milan. It's booted away, however, down towards Patsy Quinlivan, the captain for Ballyhal. He gathers well upfield. The man there underneath it is John O'Sullivan. John O'Sullivan is beaten. It's gone there by Davy Fitzgerald further downfield. Chris Noonan bats it down. It comes now to the full forward, Mike Quaid. Mike Quaid is on the edge of the square there now. The man to take it, Pat Ambrose, and he wins a free out. He can take it from his hand. He decides to leave it for the fullback, Chris Noonan, the Listowel base Garda. So Chris Noonan from within his own 14-metre line. A poor enough king. It comes now, however, to Pat Ambrose. Patsy Quinlivan is in there. Patsy Quinlivan got down. He's down the ground. There's two Ballyhahal men down. Mike Quaid, the full forward for Knockfierna, is in there. There's a lot. Loose possession here. It's booted away there. It comes to the centre forward, Ned Cagney for Knockfierna. A kick in towards Sean Behan. Sean Behan, the Ballyhal keeper, does well. It comes out towards John Milan, the farmer. Milan, further upfield towards midfield. It's beaten there. Danny Scanlon is beaten. Nate, is it? And the man to take this free for Knockfierna some 3 minutes into the game, the centre forward, Ned Cagney. He's actually exactly 45 metres out from goal. It lobs now, it's in towards the square. Chris Noonan rises highest. Immaculate fielding there by Chris Noonan, and he wins the free out in doing so. Sean Behan, the keeper, to take it, an engineering student in Limerick, from the edge of his own square. It lands now out towards the 45, gathered well there. It drops in towards Sean Behan. Out the wing, a Gary Owen style up. Underneath it is Chris Noonan. Chris Noonan gathers very well. Phil Danaher would be proud of it. Up now towards John Walsh. John Walsh is beaten. John Walsh goes down it and he wins the free in doing so. Mikey Sullivan well up with play in these early stages. The man to take it from around midfield, John Milan. John Milan, it's a lovely ball up towards Oliver Scanlon, over his head. It's gathered there by the fullback, Conor O'Keefe, and he was fouled there in doing so, and he wins the free out. The fullback himself will take it. He's the captain, Conor O'Keefe, from 21 metres out. A kick, it will land somewhere around midfield. Up it comes now to Patsy Quinlivan. Patsy Quinlivan draws a boot, and in doing so wins a free in from where the ball landed up around the 45-metre line over near the far sideline. Matthew O'Connell comes in to see that the ball is placed in the correct position. Matthew O'Connell from Kilcornan, who refereed the earlier match between Mount Collins and Knockfierna Gaels. The man to take it, the left half-back, John Milan. No, he decides to leave it to Patsy Quinlivan, his other half-back, the captain. So from 46 metres out from goal, Oliver Scanlon, Pete Noonan and Eamon O'Connor are waiting inside for this dropping ball. And a dropping ball it is, in towards Oliver Scanlon has it, he's hustled. It's gathered there by the goalkeeper, however, back Mike Kelly, and Mike Kelly clears it out over the sideline, and it will be a line ball to Gerald Griffins in the green and white. The man to take this is Gerald Curtin, a shop manager. It's in towards, it's gone out over, and it's gone wide. Pete Noonan couldn't rise high enough for that. Square. Mike Kelly saw the kick out. It lands short at the 45-metre line. It comes to the cornerback, Liam Fitzgerald. Liam Fitzgerald, now Pete Noonan. Pete Noonan plays it back to Gerald Curtin. Gerald Curtin still, he gets it up further field. It comes pushing the back there on Eamon O'Connor, and he wins the free in. Eamon O'Connor now. The man to take it, this one is Martin Dalton. He works with Telecom Éireann. This within scoreable range at an acute angle, but some 35 metres out from goal. Martin Dalton so. A lovely dropping ball. It's in around the square. It's gathered there by Conor O'Keefe, and Conor O'Keefe, the captain, yet again wins another free out there. Thanks. Thanks. The keeper is the man to take this, Michael Kelly. Michael Kelly, very busy in these opening stages here. It landed around the 45-metre line. It's up there. And the referee, Mikey Sullivan, saw a foul there, and Danny Scanlon, brother of the full forward, Oliver Scanlon. The man to take this again is Martin Dalton, almost directly in line with the goals, but some 40 metres out from them. This within scoreable range. This could be the opening score of the game. Martin Dalton so, as he prepares to kick it. A good drooping kick, and that's the first score from Martin Dalton, 40 metres out from goal from a free. The opening score, it comes some 7 minutes into the game. Martin Dalton, number 8, opens the score. So Ballyhal urge on their team here. Michael Kelly so. The kick out drops around midfield. It's gathered there by Davy Fitzgerald. Davy Fitzgerald down now. It's gathered there brilliantly by Paddy O'Connor. Still Paddy O'Connor. It must be a free out. No, he plays it back to Chris Noonan, the full-back. Chris Noonan still. He's going round in circles. He tries to get it out. And the referee decides that he held it too long, and 'tis a free in from 21 metres, almost directly in front of goal. Ballyhal not altogether contented with that decision by Michael Sullivan. The man to take this is Shane Hartnett. 21 metres out from goal, and it's wide. He's driven it wide from 21 metres. A bad miss really for Knockfierna, but yet we're still only, and the score still Ballyhal 1 point, Knockfierna yet to register a score. Sean Behan so with the kick out. A great kick out it is. It lands between the 45 and the 65 metre line. It's gathered there by Pat Keavney. The man to take this now, Ned Keavney. Ned Keavney, so 48 metres out. Almost in line with the goals, but a long way out. It'll drop around the square. It's gathered there by, brilliantly there by John O'Connor. John O'Connor, he drives it out, well outfield. It's gathered there by Davy Fitzgerald. Davy Fitzgerald, driven back in towards the 21 metre line. It's brought there by John Milan. John Milan, oh, he drops it. It comes to the waiting corner forward there, Pat Buck. Pat Buck in towards Patsy Quinlivan. A vital interception there by Patsy Quinlivan. And Paddy O'Connor kicks it out. And the referee protesting with the umpire. The umpire has waved wide, but Mikey Sullivan has decided that it is indeed a 45 metre kick. The man to take this, Ned Keavney. Ned Keavney, so this 45 metre kick. This would be a great kick if it went over. It landed around the 14 metre there. John Milan. It's down towards John O'Connor. John O'Connor dispossessed his man and it's gone out. Pat Mulliner, the umpire below, waves wide, and Mikey Sullivan is satisfied with that decision. It'll be a goal kick now to Sean Behan, the engineering student. Incidentally, Gerald Griffins would like to thank Paddy and Gino Rourke for this splendid new set of jerseys that they're wearing today. And I was talking to Paddy earlier and he said they hope to wear these with distinction here today. It's gathered there by Martin Dalton, the scorer of that point, the only score of the game so far. It's still Martin Dalton. He's on a solo run. He drills it in. It's beaten there by John O'Sullivan is beaten and it comes to Noel Ford. It comes now towards number 10, Brian O'Brien. Brian O'Brien further downfield. It's down towards the sideline. It's out there is Paddy O'Connor. Oh, he's pushed and it'll be a free. It's a free now to Ballyhal out near the sideline. The supporters very near the touchline indeed. Paddy O'Connor, the bank official. He will take this from his hands. Paddy O'Connor now. It's John O'Sullivan is beaten there and it comes to the number 7, Noel Ford. Noel Ford, John Milan, John Milan, the Ballyhal man. John Milan wins that very well. He plays it to Gerald Curtin. Gerald Curtin, a quick ball in towards Danny Fitzgerald. It comes to Eamon O'Connor. Still Eamon O'Connor. He'll try a shot at goal. Unlucky, it's not that wide, but a great chance there by Eamon O'Connor. He was very unlucky, the farmer. Oliver Scanlon doing a lot of problems there to the Knockfierna defence. Michael Kelly saw with the kick out. He's very busy, as I said earlier. All one-way traffic really in this opening stages. It comes now towards Seamus Stapleton, down to the field now. It's gone out of the touchline. Matty Connell signals yes, and it's be a line ball to Ballyhal. John Milan, the man to take it. Exactly at the 65 metre line. He will take this from his hand. John Milan, so. A good kick in towards Oliver Scanlon. Oliver Scanlon jumps. It comes down, however, to Conor O'Keefe, the full-back captain. And comes there now to Seamus Stapleton. Seamus Stapleton, it's off the hands of John Milan. It will be a line ball to Knockfierna Gaels in the blue sash and white. John Milan is beaten there. Martin Dalton is there. Martin Dalton goes down it. And a foot went in there late and Martin Dalton wins the free. He decides to take it from his hand in towards John Walsh. John Walsh further upfield towards Pete Noonan. Pete Noonan is chasing after this. He won't win the race though. The man that wins it is Liam Fitzgerald. Further downfield now to the centre forward Ned Keavney. Ned Keavney, and it comes off the foot of Martin Dalton and we a line ball once again to Knockfierna Gaels. And Knockfierna is GranaghBallingarry. It comes to the unmarked Pat Ambrose, and a farmer also. And once again it's over the head towards Oliver Scanlon. Pete Noonan is there. Oliver Scanlon goes down. He's hustled. And it's no free, says the referee, and it comes now to John O'Sullivan. John O'Sullivan, the carpenter. He's shot it black down, it comes back to him again. John O'Sullivan to Danny Scanlon. Danny Scanlon, a mighty kick, and it goes out over the in-line and wide. There's a man down for Knockfierna Gaels injured. I think it's the fullback, Conor O'Keefe. Mikey O'Sullivan goes in to see. The minters come in with the water and the first aid kit. Minute done. Michael Kelly with the kick out. It comes to Martin Dalton. Still Martin Dalton now. He's embarking on a solo run. He's out from goal. A second point by Martin Dalton. He has scored 100% of Ballyhal's score so far. 2 points. 1 point from play and 1 from a free. Martin Dalton leading by example here. Number 8 in his back, the midfield man. Michael Kelly so very busy indeed. The kick out now from the 21-metre line. It comes out now. John O'Sullivan. It falls into the waiting arms of Pat Keavney. Pat Keavney is fouled there. Pulled out from his hands, says the referee, Mikey Sullivan. Mikey Sullivan well up at play. Keavney will take it himself. He plays it to Seamus Stapleton. Seamus Stapleton, he's 45 metres out from goal. He's brought to the ground, but the referee says play on. He handles, it's a free in now. Free in, says the referee, 45 metres out from goal. The man there that was fouled was Seamus Stapleton. The man to take this free is Davy Fitzgerald.
Come on, Davy.
The midfield man. Number 9, he's back. Davy Fitzgerald, so 45 metres out from goal. And mighty kick, it land around the square. Chris Noonan is up and he's fouled. It's a square ball, says the referee, and Sean Behan will take this square ball, I'm sure. He decides a Mount Divert to get a better kick out. Sean Behan so, the kick out. It comes out now towards, well gathered there by Pat Ambrose, out towards John Milan. John Milan brought to the ground there, brought to the ground, and it'll be a free from within his own 45-metre line. John Milan, the man that was fouled. He will take this himself from the hand. Yes, indeed. John Milan, so number 7 on his back. Up towards the centre forward, Danny Scanlon, dispossessed there, however, by Noel Ford. Down now towards number 12, that is Shane Hartnett. Shane Hartnett in towards Pat Ambrose, intercepts there for Ballyhale and plays lovely 1-2 out to Chris Noonan. Up towards Patsy Quinlivan. Patsy Quinlivan gathers for Ballyhale. Gerald Griffins, a hand around the neck and he's brought to the ground and it'll be a free to Ballyhale. Patsy Quinlivan, the man that was fouled there. Patsy Quinlivan takes it himself up towards Eamon O'Connor. Beaten there, however, by Brian O'Brien. He plays it to Keavney. Keavney up towards Chris Noonan, the full-back for Ballyhale. John Milan is playing very well at left half-back. He plays it out to Patsy Quinlivan. Patsy Quinlivan up further upfield towards Martin Dalton, the 2-point scorer for Ballyhale. And he's fouled there and a free for where the ball landed, says the referee, Michael Sullivan. The man to take this, Patsy Quinlivan, the captain, 47 metres out from goal. Danny Scanlon, the big, along with his brother Oliver Scanlon, waiting for this dropping ball around the square, between the 14 and the square. Patsy Quinlivan so, as the wind freshens here. Patsy Quinlivan, it'll land around the square and a free out. It's a square ball, says the referee. Oliver Scanlon, the man that was inside. Conor O'Keefe, the man to take this, the captain. He can take this from his hand. It comes out now towards Seamus Stapleton. He's beaten there, however, by John Welch, bats it down, but he wins it back. Seamus Stapleton, further downfield. There's a race on here between Chris Noonan and Mike Quaid. Mike Quaid wins that one. Not many he wins from this man, Chris Noonan. It comes to Brian O'Brien. He's embarking on a solo run. He drives it in. It lands around the 14-metre. John O'Connor is there. Keavney is there, and it's a goal! A goal by Knockfierna. A goal by Knockfierna, and they embark into the lead. A goal to 2 points. There's a hard distinction in Mike Quaid, the full forward, was the man to score. It is very hard to see the Knockfierna numbers with the black and sash on them. Now, Knockfierna, the leaders, it comes towards John Milan. John Milan wins the free. A goal so by Mike Quaid, the full forward. Huh? It comes now towards John Walsh. He plays it to Martin Dalton. Martin Dalton in towards Eamon O'Connor. Eamon O'Connor, still Eamon O'Connor. He's fighting very hard for it. It comes now towards John O'Sullivan. And now it's out towards the corner back, Liam Fitzgerald, further downfield. It comes now to John O'Sullivan, Ballyhale man, up towards John Walsh. John Walsh dispossessed. Pete Noonan draws a boot in there and he wins. And it was booted out there by Thomas Donovan. He wins the line ball. The man to take this, Gerald Curtin, the shop manager.
On, Gael.
The referee, Matty Connell, decides to throw it in, up between Martin Dalton. Martin Dalton wins it. It is a free into the Ballyhale men. From where the ball landed, back where the linesman, Matty Connell, is. The man to take this, Gerald Curtin. Gerald Curtin, so it lands around the 21-metre line. John Walsh now out towards Patsy Quinlivan's man, Brian O'Brien. Brian O'Brien, still Brian O'Brien. He plays it to the full forward there, Mike Quinn, playing out at right half forward. It comes to Patsy Quinlivan, however, a bad pass. And Patsy Quinlivan brought to the deck and he wins the free in. Patsy Quinlivan now towards Martin Dalton. Martin Dalton's shot is blocked down by Davy Fitzgerald. Up towards Chris Noonan, the full back. He's at midfield at the moment. And now up towards John O'Sullivan. John O'Sullivan flicks it on. But the referee is coming back to an incident that happened around midfield. He's warning Chris Noonan, an off-the-ball incident there, and plays back to the 65-metre line. And it'll be a free in to Knockfierna Gaels. The man to take it, Ned Cagney, the centre forward. Ned Cagney, so. Ned Cagney now out towards Mike Quaid. Back to Fitzgerald, Partick Fitzgerald. Partick Fitzgerald out once again to Mike Quaid, the goal scorer. Mike Quaid down towards the corner forward there, Kieran Stapleton. Oh, a Gary Owen style. Up towards Cagney. Cagney gathers well. Cagney, Ned Cagney. His shot is blocked down brilliantly by Martin Dalton. It comes back, however, to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, and it's gone over the bar by Davy Fitzgerald. Davy Fitzgerald now, double scores at the moment. 1-1 for Knockfierna, 2 points for Ballyhale. Davy Fitzgerald, number 9, is back. The goalkeeper for Ballyhale is down injured. He seems to have hit his fingers off the crossbar in denying them the goal there. Mikey Sullivan goes in to see. The Minters for Ballyhale are also in. Heartiest congratulations on the 16th championship yesterday by defeating Palace Green in Croom on the scoreline 3-3 to 1-6. 8. Sean Behan is fit enough to resume. Well, everybody else seems to think so. He's still shaking his hand. And Ballyhale now try to get behind their forces. They trail by 2 points. And we're 7 minutes away from the half-time whistle. Sean Behan, the man to take this kick out. 21 metres out from goal. Sean Behan out towards Patsy Quinlivan's wing. Patsy Quinlivan wins that race very well indeed. He's hustled and bustled and brought to the deck once again. And he wins the free now. He can take this from his hand. He does so. Up towards Danny Scanlon. A push in the back there. Danny Scanlon was about to jump, but he was fouled there by Pat Cagney. Danny Scanlon will take this from his hand. He does so. It lands in towards John O'Sullivan. John O'Sullivan brings it down. Cagney gathers there. And he's brought to the ground by Eamon O'Connor, and he wins the free out. Pat Cagney now. a veteran of Gaelic football. Some bit of chat there to the referee, Mikey Sullivan, and he's taken none of it. And he's thrown up the ball, and Oliver Keavney goes in for it. Scanlon wins, and Danny Scanlon tries, and it goes out over the in-line and wide. Michael Kelly, so the Knockfierna netminder. Yet a kick out, it'll land near the 45. John O'Sullivan rises highest. However, it's brought down there towards Noel Ford. Noel Ford further down, it comes towards Pat Ambrose. Pat Ambrose is dispossessed there, however, by Mike Quaid. Still Mike Quaid. He's on a bit of a solo run. He plays it to the corner forward. Kieran Stapleton in towards the centre forward, Cagney towards Patsy Quillivan. And it's the man that retrieves all situations. Chris Noonan that brings it out towards John Milan. Further upfield towards John O'Sullivan. He's brought to the ground, and in doing so, he wins the free. John Milan, the man to take it. He's playing very well indeed at left half back, John Milan. A good kick up towards Pete Noonan. Pete Noonan, immaculate fielding there by Pete Noonan. It's still Pete Noonan. He decides to drive it in. It comes short, however, and Conor O'Keefe, the Knockfierna captain, gathers well. He's brought to the ground there by Danny Scanlon. And it'll be a free out to the Knockfierna Gaels men. The men with white and the blue sash. Conor O'Keefe, so the captain to take it. A good kick. It'll come towards the centre forward, the midfield rather, Fitzgerald. Over to his dispossessed, free out. He's a welder by profession. A huge crowd here indeed for this encounter. Up on 1,000 people. John O'Connor takes it himself. It'll land around midfield. Martin Dalton is dispossessed there by Fitzgerald. Good feeling there by Fitzgerald. Further downfield towards Kieran Stapleton in. Chris Noonan read that ball very well. He's coming out now towards the 45 metre. He kicks it out, and in doing so he was brought to the ground, and it'll be a free from where the ball landed. Mikey Sullivan in there warning the Knockfierna forces that is not permitted within the rules of the Gaelic Athletic Association. That's equivalent some 52 metres out from goal. Patsy Quinlivan, so they're all waiting between the 21 and the square, and it will land around the 14 metre. Up there is Gerald Curtin. It comes towards Eamon O'Connor. Eamon O'Connor brought to the ground. He gathers the ball, however. It's still Eamon O'Connor. He tries a kick. He gets in his kick. It comes towards Oliver Scanlon. Oliver Scanlon in towards Eamon O'Connor. He's dispossessed there, however, by Liam Fitzgerald. And Liam Fitzgerald gets it down towards Brian O'Brien. Brian O'Brien further downfield to Fitzgerald. No, it's Mike Quaid, the full forward, playing at centre forward. John O'Connor. Oh, John O'Connor batted that out. And the referee decided that the corner forward there, Kieran Stapleton, brought him to the ground in doing so. John O'Connor, so he can take this from his hand. Which he does indeed. It lands around midfield. Up there is Danny Scanlon. It comes to Martin Dalton. Martin Dalton brought to the ground, but the referee says play on. Pete Noonan. Now it comes to Noel Ford. Noel Ford further down the wing to Brian O'Brien. Brian O'Brien onto Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is blocked down there, and it comes now to Mike Quaid. Cagney rather. Cagney gets it in towards John O'Connor, the Ballyhale cornerback. And Chris Noonan to the rescue once again. It comes now to John Walsh. John Walsh. He plays it out to John Milan. John Milan is caught by the shot, and it'll be a free to Gerald Griffins. Is the book being brought out? Yes, indeed. The referee hash words there for the number 5, Seamus Stapleton for Knockfierna. John Milan to take this free, so. Up towards John Walsh. Batted out now. It comes towards John Milan. He's dispossessed, however, there by Shane Hartnett. Shane Hartnett in backing at a solo run down towards the sideline. Still John Milan is holding. It comes to John O'Connor. John O'Connor and John Milan. And it's a line ball The linesman over the far side, Matty O'Connell, signals that it will be a Ballyhahal line ball. Ballyhahal. The man to take it, John O'Connor, number 4 on his back. John O'Connor, so. A mighty kick. It comes towards Patsy Quinlivan and Pat Ambrose. It's belted away there by Martin Dalton towards John Welch. A lovely flick on towards Danny Scanlon. Still Danny Scanlon. Danny Scanlon decides to go down, and a long ball driven in towards his brother Oliver Scanlon. Still Oliver Scanlon brought to ground towards Eamon O'Connor. Oh, he's brought to the ground. It's a penalty. We're into injury time. It's a penalty. The man brought to the ground there, Eamon O'Connor. He was surely in for a goal, but Knockfierna decided that they'd foul him, and it's a penalty. This could put Knockfierna Gaels behind Gerald Griffins now. If they score this, it will be 1-2 to 1-1. Paddy Ivis in there, the coach to see famous. The score at the moment, it stands 1-1 for Knockfierna Gaels, 2 points for Ballyhahal. Gerald Griffins, the man to take this, Martin Dalton. Ballyhahal have scored 2 points, and he scored the 2 points. Is he going to set 100% record of scoring ability for Gerald Griffins? The shot! Oh, it's blocked brilliantly there by Mike Kelly, and out the wing. It's gone out for a 45. Mike Kelly brought off a great save. It was a great shot by Martin Dalton, but a great piece of goalkeeping there by Michael Kelly. A 45-metre kick is what has resulted. We're well into injury time now in the first half. Patsy Quinlivan, the man to take it. Mike Nash, the man that placed the ball. The linesman here at this near side. Patsy Quinlivan, so. Driven in towards the square. Danny Scanlon now out towards John O'Sullivan. John O'Sullivan goes down it. He turns his man. He kicks it in. It comes in towards Oliver Scanlon. Martin Dalton gathers. Martin Dalton tries to get in his kick. It's brought there, however, by Conor O'Keefe, the captain. Fitzgerald, the midfield fella. It comes out now towards Patsy Quinlivan gathers, but there's time for no more, as Michael Sullivan brings a halt to the first half proceedings here. At the scoreline at half time, Knockfierna Gaels a goal and a point, Gerald Griffins, Ballyhahal, not 2. So the scene is set for the second half. Knockfierna Gaels into this second half, leading by 2 points on the scoreline. 1 goal and 1 point for Knockfierna to Ballyhahal's 2 points. As I look around, I don't see any changes on either side at the moment. Mikey Sullivan so gathers the football for the second half. As the crowd roar encouragement behind their respective teams. Mikey Sullivan so is set to get this second half underway. He's setting his watch. I must utter compliments also to Rathkeale GAA committee, who have this pitch in excellent condition today for today's West Junior A football final. Mikey Sullivan so throws up the ball. Danny Scanlon there. It gathered there by Gerald Curtin, who's brought to the ground and will be free from where the ball landed within the 45-metre line. So free within 30 seconds already. Mikey Sullivan very busy indeed. Gerald Curtin will take this from his hand, the shop manager. 43 metres out from goal. It'll lob around the square. Oliver Scanlon belts it on towards, but nevertheless it's stopped there by Michael Kelly, and it comes out towards the sideline. John Walsh is the man that will retrieve it. John Walsh now, number 10, he's back. He plays it in towards Danny Scanlon. Danny Scanlon pushing the back there. Liam Ford wins it, and Liam Ford wins the free out for Knockfierna. Fitzgerald takes it so. Well upfield towards midfield. John Milan is in there. It gathered there by Martin Dalton, number 8. Martin Dalton plays it out towards John Walsh, number 10 is back. He's 45 metre out from goal. A kick, it landed on the 21 metre line, out towards Pete Noonan's wing. Out towards Eamon O'Connor is there. It's gathered there, however, by Ned Cagney at the centre back. And Eamon O'Connor, according to the referee, had a howl to Ned Cagney's shirt. Ned Cagney saw the man to take it. Pat Cagney, rather. Up the field towards Pat Ambrose, dispossessed there, however. Fitzgerald wins it. Out now towards Gerald Curtin. Gerald Curtin down, further down the wing towards John Walsh's wing. Who will win the race to the ball? John O'Sullivan does. John O'Sullivan and Gary Owen style, and up and under. Up towards Danny Oliver Scanlon. Oliver Scanlon bats it out. Still Oliver Scanlon. The ball is, it's anyone's man. It's anyone's ball. The referee decides that is a hot ball, which is a correct decision. Danny Scanlon saw it, Fitzgerald, the men underneath it. Fitzgerald rises highest. Fitzgerald upfield towards Patsy Quillivan's wing. Liam Ford, Brian O'Brien gathers. Brian O'Brien, he's on a solo run. He's chased by Patsy Quillivan. It comes towards Pete Noonan's man, Liam Fitzgerald. Upfield towards Chris Noonan. Chris Noonan gathered well. Outstanding fielding by Chris Noonan. Out towards Danny Scanlon. Danny Scanlon out towards Patsy Quinlivan, the captain. Patsy Quinlivan down the wing. Down towards the centre. Eamon O'Connor is underneath it, along with Ned Cagney. Eamon O'Connor. Still Eamon O'Connor. A kick, and it's gone over the bar. A point by number 13, Eamon O'Connor. And now Ballyhahal thrilled by the narrowest of margins. A substitution now in the Knockfierna team. Thomas O'Keefe replaces Stapleton. Thomas O'Keefe so is in for Knockfierna Gaels. The kick out now for Michael Kelly, the Knockfierna netminder. Out towards Danny Scanlon now. Got there, however, by Ford. Still Ford. He's blocked down there by Danny Scanlon. Out towards John Milan's wing. Gathered there, however, by number 12, which is Shane Hartnett. Shane Hartnett in backing in a solo run. In towards goals. Harmlessly out, and it's gone over the in-line for a 6 metre kick out, a wide ball. And it's an interesting point to note is that Eamon O'Connor, the man that scored that point, number 13, he's back, is a son-in-law of Jim O'Donnell from Muskegon, the well-known undertaker, farmer, call him what you like. Pardrick now, in towards Chris Noonan. Chris Noonan goes, still Chris Noonan, the Garda best, Listowel best Garda. Chris Noonan out the wing towards Patsy Quinlivan. Patsy Quinlivan down the wing, down towards Pete Noonan. But Matty Connell has, Mike Nash is his flag up at the far sideline, out around the 65 metre line, and it will be a line ball to Knockfierna Gaels. Quickly taken there. It's gathered there by Brian O'Brien. Out towards Cagney, the centre back for Knockfierna. Pat Cagney. Pat Cagney getting a hard time there from Pat Ambrose. Gathered there by Mike Quaid. He plays it out now to Ned Cagney. And Ned Cagney did not pass that ball fairly. He threw it up before he hand passed it, which is not permitted. John Milan now, the man to take it. John Milan, so number 7 on his shirt. Down towards midfield. Broken down there towards Martin Dalton. Gerald Curtin gets in the boot. It comes back to Cagney. Cagney at midfield. He plays it on towards He's centre forward, but Chris Noonan gathers well. Chris Noonan is having a game of his life. Down towards John O'Sullivan. John O'Sullivan. It's not gone out over the sideline. Or is it? Now it comes to John O'Sullivan is chasing very hard. Number 5 there, Seamus Stapleton wins the free in there around the 65-metre line. Still just at 1 point between the sides. Knockfierna ahead. Seamus Stapleton will take it. A sub coming in now for Gerald Griffins. The man that comes in is Joe Noonan, and he replaces Pete Noonan. Up towards the sideline, gathered there by Shane Hartness, and in doing so he brings the ball out over the sideline and a line ball to Gerald Griffins. John Milan, the man to take it. 10 yards, says the referee. John Milan, so. A quick ball down towards Danny Scanlon. Danny Scanlon, however, drops it into the arms of Davy Fitzgerald. Davy Fitzgerald now. A kick in, it'll land in towards Chris Noonan's way. Chris Noonan gathers yet again, and he's brought to the ground in doing so, and he wins the free out from 14 metres out. Chris Noonan so playing very well indeed. Earlier on in the year, in July, he won the Limerick Supporters Player of the Month for his display in helping Gerald Griffins capture the Western County League titles. Chris Noonan so to take this from his hands. 14 metres out from goal. Chris Noonan so down towards Gerald Curtin. It hops over his head to Fitzgerald. Patrick Fitzgerald. Patrick Fitzgerald plays it on towards Mike Quaid. Mike Quaid plays it in back now towards Mike Quaid. A lovely 1-2 there. Still Mike Quaid. His shot is blocked down there, and it comes to the corner forward, and the corner forward caps it straight across the goals towards Patsy Quinlivan. Patsy Quinlivan, the captain. Further downfield, it comes no further than Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald into Mike Quaid. Mike Quaid tries to play a 1-2, but Patsy Quinlivan read it very well indeed. Patsy Quinlivan out towards Paddy O'Connor, the bank official. But Patsy Quinlivan was fouled, and the referee, Mikey Sullivan, has awarded 14 metres for back chat there by the Knockfierna forces. Now towards Danny Scanlon. Danny Scanlon, a mighty kick. It landed around the 45 metre. The sub that came in, Joe Noonan is under it. It comes now, it breaks to John O'Sullivan, but gathered there by Liam Fitzgerald. Comes to Cagney. Cagney plays it over the head of John Walsh towards Liam Fitzgerald, Thomas Donovan rather. Still, he kicks it. Up it comes towards Chris Noonan. Chris Noonan is dispossessed there by Ned Cagney. It comes now to Mike Quaid. Out towards Ned Cagney once again. Ned Cagney in towards Mike Quaid once again. This is a great passing movement between Ned Cagney and Mike Quaid, and Ned Cagney kicks it harmlessly over the in-line and wide. Sean Behan, so the engineering student in Limerick, the man to take this kick out. He's the netminder for all of the championship and the league this year for Gerald Griffins. He took over from Pat Noonan, the veteran goalkeeper. Sean Behan, so out towards Pat Ambrose. Pat Ambrose batted it down there. John O'Connor draws a boot in it. It comes now towards Fitzgerald, the midfield man, number 8 in his back. He goes down, he gathers well. He plays it out now towards number 4, which is Liam Fitzgerald. Liam Fitzgerald further upfield towards the corner forward, however. It's dispossessed there by Paddy O'Connor, and Paddy O'Connor kicks it out over the sideline. It'll be a line ball to Knockfierna Gaels. 10 minutes into the game. Knockfierna take it now. And Danny Scanlon gathers well there, the centre forward for Gerald Griffins, back around his own 20-metre line. Danny Scanlon down the wing, down the right centre field. Ned Cagney gathers, Pat Cagney rather gathers, and he was brought to the ground by Joe Noonan, the substitute for Gerald Griffins. He's dropped it now, he's leaving it now. Cagney takes it quick towards Fitzgerald now. Fitzgerald in towards Cagney. Cagney 45 metres out to Quaid, and back once again to that man there, number 5 on his back, which was Seamus Stapleton. It comes out towards Brian O'Brien, number 10 in his back. It comes in now to Chris Noonan, the fullback. Chris Noonan thrives it down towards centre field. Eamon O'Connor Eamon O'Connor gathers it well. Further downfield towards John O'Sullivan, but intercepted there by Liam Fitzgerald. Still John O'Sullivan and Liam Fitzgerald fighting. It comes back over to Thomas Donovan. Upfield now towards, it comes towards John Walsh, the Ballyhale man. It's dispossessed, however, but it comes no further than to Pat Ambrose. Pat Ambrose further downfield towards John O'Sullivan. He's dispossessed there by the Knockfierna captain, Conor O'Keefe. But Conor O'Keefe couldn't control that ball and it's gone out over the sideline. Matthew O'Connell signals that will be a Gerald Griffins ball. John O'Sullivan will take it. It comes in towards Oliver Scanlon. Oliver Scanlon now bats it out beautifully to Gerald Curtin. Gerald Curtin across the goal. Chasing after that is Noonan, Joe Noonan. Joe Noonan wins it indeed. Is there any help outside him? He's surely fouled. Yes, indeed, he's fouled. If that was not a foul, I'd love to know what was. And Mikey O'Sullivan goes over to tell him where to place it. 14 metres out. An impossible angle, out near the sideline. The man to take this, Martin Dalton. The man that has scored 2 points already for Gerald Griffins. 1 from a free and 1 from play. Martin Dalton, so. A low ball in towards Oliver Scanlon. It's gathered there, however, by Conor O'Keefe. And it comes out to Keavney. And Keavney plays it further out the wing to Fitzgerald. Up now towards Stapleton upfield now towards John O'Donovan's wing. Paddy O'Connor's wing, rather. If Chris Noonan is fouled, once again, Chris Noonan has been fouled and on numerous occasions in this match. And he will decide to take it himself. John O'Sullivan, Mikey Sullivan. Pat Ambrose drives it well in towards Denny Scanlon's wing. Keavney is there. It comes to Ford. Ford out the wing now towards John Milan. John Milan is still there. John Milan is brought to the ground, but the referee says play on. Under there is Martin Dalton. It comes no further than John O'Connor. John O'Connor. Eamon O'Connor. John O'Connor. Pat Buck is there. It comes now to Fitzgerald. Still Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald tries to get it back to Keavney. Keavney draws a boat. It comes up now towards Shane Hartnett. Still Shane Hartnett. He's in backing on a solo run. Shane Hartnett now 30 metres out from goal. John Milan is anxiously trying to chase back. It comes in now towards the full forward, however. It comes down to Brian O'Brien and he duly taps it over the bar. There's 2 points between the times now. 1 goal and 2 points for Knockfierna Gaels, 3 points for Ballyhale. Anxious moment so for Gerald Griffin supporters. They trail by 2 points and now a second substitution now for Gerald Griffins, and the man that comes in is Mike Stack, who is set to replace John O'Sullivan. Is the man that comes off. So Joe Noonan is in and Mike Stack are in. The kick out, so it comes towards Martin Dalton. Patsy Quinlivan is there, comes towards Pat Ambrose, and there was a boot very high there towards Pat Ambrose, and it will be a free to Gerald Griffins. Paddy O'Connor, so the bank official. He throws it on to Patsy Quinlivan. Patsy Quinlivan will take this from his hand between the 65 metre line and the midfield line. Patsy Quinlivan, so well downfield towards Eamon O'Connor. Danny and Oliver Scanlon is there. It comes, the breaking ball comes to Joe Noonan, who was brought to the ground, and the book is out. Joe Noonan has won the free in, but the book is out, and Keavney is the man that will be booked. The referee, Mikey Sullivan, has harsh words to say to the Knockfierna man there. As the minters for Gerald Griffins come in, Liam Reedy, Joe Herbert and Mike O'Keefe are the minters for Gerald Griffins. The famous bottle of water is coming in yet again. Joe Noonan, so not long in the game, but he's won a vital free in which could register a score, the first score of the second half for Ballyhale. Martin Dalton, the man anxiously waiting to take it. Joe Noonan is fit enough to resume play and he's decided to take it himself. Martin Dalton, so, and it duly taps it over the bar, and yet again there's only the narrowest between the sides. 1-2 for Knockfierna Gaels, 4 points for Ballyhale. Martin Dalton has scored 3 of Ballyhale, total of 4 points in this game so far. Michael Kelly saw the man to take the kick out, 21 metres out. It comes now to Keavney. Keavney gathers well. He's around midfield. He plays it to Mike Quaid. Mike Quaid embarking on a solo run. He plays it in towards the ongoing Liam Fitzgerald. Still Liam Fitzgerald. Liam Fitzgerald a kick towards goal. Brought down by Sean Behan. Very good goalkeeping there by Sean Behan. And up and under, out towards the sideline. Under is Gerald Curtin. It comes to Pat Ambrose. Pat Ambrose on a solo run. Still on a solo run. It's still Pat Ambrose. He's going. Oh, he's brought to the ground. Brought to the ground. Pat Ambrose was brought to the ground there by Mike Quaid, the full forward. Patsy Quinlivan will take this free from the ground for Gerald Griffins. Patsy Quinlivan, so. We're 17 minutes into the game. Patsy Quinlivan, downfield, down towards Joe Noonan's wing. Joe Noonan dispossessed and it's gone out for a line ball. Mike Nash, the linesman over the far side. He yet has to signal which way the ball is going. It's going in, says the referee, Mikey Sullivan. A Gerald Griffins ball. Mike Nash, however, it says that he's going the other way and Knockfierna have it. Fitzgerald in possession, the midfield man. Still Fitzgerald. He's in a 20-yard solo run. He plays it in towards Mike Quaid. Still Mike Quaid. He's 40 metres out from goal. He plays it out towards Shane Hartnett. Shane Hartnett, a kick, a goal, and it's gone out over the in-line and wide. We're 18 minutes into this game. Gerald Griffins trail by the narrowest. There's still 12 minutes left. Anything can happen in a Gaelic football. Sean Behan so with the kick out. Comes out towards John Milan's wing. He's John Milan now. It comes, however, to Gerald Curtin, and in doing so he wins the free. Down quickly, played down towards Danny Scanlon. Danny Scanlon in backing on a solo run. He kicks it, and up and under, a poor kick by Danny Scanlon, but nevertheless it comes towards Joe Noonan. Joe Noonan gathers. A lovely flick on towards John Walsh. It's over his head. John Walsh, still John Walsh. John Walsh, the Anish employee, kicks it in towards Eamon O'Connor. Eamon O'Connor towards Oliver Scanlon, and it goes out off a defender there for Knockfierna Gaels for the 45-metre kick.
No, he took off the ball. No way, I got the penny for and got him. We didn't know it's going out
the man to take it, Patsy Quinlivan, the Gerald Griffins captain. 45 metres out, so this 45-metre kick. Patsy Quinlivan, a great kick indeed. A great kick by Patsy Quinlivan, and he puts the sides level, and we're 20 minutes into the game. There's all to play for here. Gerald Griffins, especially Patsy Quinlivan, urges his forces on. A great point there by Patsy Quinlivan, the captain. He's leading by example. So Knockfierna Gaels, a goal and 2 points. Gerald Griffins, Ballyhale, 5 points. Out towards Stack now, out towards Walsh, the wide employee. Again towards Stack, the substitution. He's brought to the ground, but the referee says play on. And Fitzgerald is there, Knockfierna man. He's fouled by John Walsh, as the referee, Mikey Sullivan from Arda Carry. Fitzgerald so will take it. Liam Fitzgerald. 3 Fitzgeralds in all on this Knockfierna Gaels team. Up towards Pat Ambrose's wing. It's played now towards Shane Hartnett, number 12 on his back. Driven in now towards Chris Noonan, the full back, off his fingers. And it comes out to the corner forward, Cian Stapleton. And it comes out towards number 14, Mike Quaid. Oh, sorry, it's Breen O'Brien that has scored that and put Knockfierna Gaels back into the lead once again. The lead by the narrowest now. Over there, Chris Noonan is down, the full back. The Ballyhale Minters in so to attend to Chris Noonan's injuries. There's a sub coming in now in the Knockfierna Gaels team. Sean Malan is in. Sean Malan so decides giving his name to the referee, Mikey Sullivan. And meanwhile, Chris Noonan seems fit enough to resume play here. The man that came off there for Knockfierna was number 13, Pat Burke. Sean Behan so with this free. A kick out now towards Paddy O'Connor. Dispossessed there, however, and it comes to played in now towards Brian O'Brien. Brian O'Brien. Still Brian O'Brien. He's out there towards Patsy Quinlivan's wing. Still Brian O'Brien. He kicks it in. Dispossessed there brilliantly by Gerald Griffins, and he draws a great boot in it. Well down past midfield. Flicked down there by Joe Noonan towards Martin Dalton. Martin Dalton inside the 45-metre line. He plays it in towards Eamon O'Connor. Eamon O'Connor brought to the ground, but the referee says play on. It comes back to Michael Kelly. Michael Kelly gets it out the wing. Eamon O'Connor there goes down it, and it's gone out over the line. There, and it'll be a line ball to Gerald Griffins. Great passing movement there by the Gerald Griffins men. He plays it back to Patsy Quinlivan, the captain. Still Quinlivan. He gets in a kick, and it comes to Stack in towards, and it grabbed there in towards the goal, but was grabbed there by Michael Kelly and out over the sideline once again by Mike Kelly, and it will be a line ball to Gerald Griffins. The man to take this is Noonan, the substitution. A poor enough kick, it's gone out over the in-line and wide. Still just at 1 point between the sides. Knockfierna Gaels a goal and 3. Gerald Griffins, Ballyhale 5 points. Mike Kelly so grabbed there by Liam Fitzgerald, the Knockfierna man. He was fouled to the referee, and he wins the free. Kick, however, a poor enough kick. It comes to Pat Ambrose, the Ballyhale man. Out, reel up and under by Pat Ambrose, down towards Eamon O'Connor and Keavney. Keavney wins that, however. Still Keavney. He hand passes it on towards Mike Quaid. Mike Quaid, the full forward, number 14. Playing at centre forward, though. Into the hands of Chris Noonan, and Keavney is the centre forward. Keavney now up towards the corner forward position. It's a race between John O'Connor and the substitution, Sean Malan for Knockfierna. Sean Malan wins it. However, it's gone out over the in-line. He drops it out of his hands, and it's a wide ball. 54 minutes into the game, so. Chris Noonan is coming out over the sideline, trying to receive attention over here at the near side. I don't think he's fit enough to resume play. Danny Scanlon is resuming at full-back at the moment. It comes now towards Martin Dalton, and Stack dispossessed there, however. Keavney wins that. Pat Keavney in towards the full-forward line, but there's nobody there. There's a race on between Danny Scanlon and the corner forward. It's a goal by Knockfierna Gaels. Knockfierna Gaels have scored a goal. Brian O'Brien, the man that scored it. He's a goal and 2 points to his credit already. Anxious moment so in the Ballyhale camp. Sean B anxiously trying to get on with this kick out. They trail by 4 points. 25 minutes into the game, there's 5 minutes left. Gerald Griffins in need of a goal. Sean B hits over the kick out. Dispossessed there, however. It comes now to Mike Quaid, number 14 is back. Around him is John Malan. He decides to play it back to Shane Hartnett. Shane Hartnett now. Number 12 is back. A mighty kick. It'll land around the square. Patsy Quinlivan is there. Paddy O'Connor is there. And he wins the ball. And in doing so, he was fouled and wins the free out. Paddy O'Connor so trying to get on with it. The bank official. A kick now to land around midfield. Keavney into the hands of Keavney. Comes to Noonan. Noonan brought to the ground there. A foot went out and Noonan was brought to the ground. Mikey Sullivan. Harsh words once again for Keavney. Pat Keavney, the centre back, number 16, he's back. The man down is Joe Noonan. The scoreline so reads: Knockfierna Gaels 2 goals and 3 points, Ballyhale 5 points. Ballyhale really in need of a goal, at least a score. There's 4 minutes left in this game. Danny Scanlon takes it down towards the 20-metre line. Oliver Scanlon rises highest. It comes towards Pete Noonan. It's gone out there by Knockfierna Gaels man out over near the sideline. In fact, he's gone out over the sideline, and it'll be a line ball. They get line ball to Gerald Griffins. They take it quickly. John Welch, the man that took it, Eamon O'Connor's wing, and he doing so he fouled his marker Thomas Donovan. Out now towards Mike Quaid, number 14. He's back for Knockfierna Gaels. Still Mike Quaid. He plays it out further to Fitzgerald, the midfield man. Fitzgerald so. Further outfield again to Liam Fitzgerald. Up now towards the man that scored the goal, Brian O'Brien. He's fouled there by Paddy O'Connor, and it'll be a free in to Knockfierna Gaels. And we're inside 3 minutes left in this game. Gerald Griffins badly in need of a goal. They trail by 4. Paddy O'Connor so getting his name written into Mikey Sullivan's little notebook. Knockfierna Gaels so with the free. The man to take it, Cagney. Ned Cagney. 45 metres out from goal. Cagney so with the kick. A good kick it is indeed. Although it seemed good, it had the distance but not the accuracy, and it's gone out over the in-line. And Sean Behan, the man between the posts for Gerald Griffins, tries to get this kick out down the field as far as he can. He knows that they badly need a goal. Sean Behan so with the kick out down towards the 45-metre line. Comes now over to Paddy O'Connor. Paddy O'Connor, a reel up and under. Under his Eamon O'Connor, and he was pushed in the backs of the referee. And then Eamon O'Connor took it quickly now down towards Noonan, still Noonan, Joe Noonan. Noonan the substitution, a kick in, it landed around Oliver Scanlon's way. Oliver Scanlon bats it down, it comes no further than to a Knockfierna Gaels man, Seamus Stapleton. Now it's back now towards Eamon O'Connor. Eamon O'Connor plays it back to John Walsh. Harmlessly out over the in-line and wide. The sun starts to shine here at Sean Finn Park, Rathkeale. Around 2 minutes left in this game. Mike Kelly with the kick out. It comes towards Stack, the substitution for Ballyhale. Grabbed there however by Walsh, the wide employee. Walsh in towards Oliver Scanlon. Oliver Scanlon bats it down and comes to Martin Dalton. Martin Dalton, the midfield man. Martin Dalton, the scorer of 3 points already in this game. Still Martin Dalton. Belted out there by the fullback, Conor O'Keefe. It comes no further than to Stack, the substitution also. Towards Eamon O'Connor. Eamon O'Connor, the corner forward. He's brought to the ground. What's the referee's decision? Play on. And it's a free out. He handled the ball on the ground. Eamon O'Connor handled the ball on the ground. The referee, Mikey Sullivan. Quickly taken. It's grabbed there by Pete Noonan. Pete Noonan is back on the field. He was substituted earlier on, but he's back on the field. Patsy Quillivan anxious to get the ball to resume play. Patsy Quillivan so 40 metres out from goal. He'll surely drop this in. Oliver Scanlon is underneath it, the big full forward. Patsy Quinlivan, the man to take it. He kicks it. A low drooping ball. It comes in towards the goal and it's tapped over the bar, and it's a point by Patsy Quinlivan. There's just a goal between the sides. A goal between the sides here. Patsy Quinlivan, that's his second point in this game. He scored one from a 45-metre kick, and he scored that from a 40-metre free. A goal between the sides, so 2-3 for Knockfierna Gaels, 6 points for Ballyhale. Mike Kelly with the kick out. It comes towards Stack, the substitution for Gerald Griffins. Still Stack, he's brought to the ground. Fitzgerald there, the midfield man for Knockfierna Gaels, however. Up the field towards John O'Connor, and the substitution, Sean Milan for Knockfierna. John O'Connor wins the race to the ball. Still John O'Connor, the Ahinish employee, a welder by profession. anxious to get on with it. He plays it out towards Denny Scanlon. Denny Scanlon down the field towards Martin Dalton. Martin Dalton gathers well there. His Davy Fitzgerald is hanging off him and he wins the free in. He decides to take it rather quickly. In towards Oliver Scanlon. Over his head, over, and is cut there by the captain, Conor O'Keefe. Still Conor O'Keefe. Scanlon, Eamon O'Connor's there for Gerald Griffins. It comes towards Noonan. Everybody's man. Eamon O'Connor's the man in possession. He's brought to the ground. It's a penalty. A penalty for Gerald Griffins. A penalty for Gerald Griffins. This could be the equaliser. There's 3 points between the sides. Can Gerald Griffins grasp a draw from within the teeth of Knockfierna Gaels? Knockfierna protesting, but the referee's decision is final. It's a penalty. We're well into injury time. Who will take it? Martin Dalton took the earlier one. He missed it. The man to take this is the bank official, Paddy O'Connor. This could be the equaliser. 2 goals and 3 points for Knockfierna. 6 points for Ballyhale. Mikey O'Sullivan telling the players to get back behind the 20-metre line. Anxious moments for the Ballyhale supporters. They're here in their hundreds. There seems to be some discretion in the man that take it. It's indeed Paddy O'Connor. Paddy O'Connor, a shot. It's a goal by Paddy O'Connor. Paddy O'Connor has the equaliser. We're set for a replay at Sean Finn Park here in Rathkeale. Oh, look at him over. Paddy O'Connor, the bank official. He punches the air with delight. Oh, a delighted man indeed. A draw is the result. A draw is set to be the result here in Sean Finn Park. Rathkeale, Knockfierna Gaels, 2 goals and 3 points. Gerald Griffins, Ballyhale, a goal and 6. Oh, Paddy O'Connor, what a proud man he is, the bank official. Michael Kelly with the kick out, the Knockfierna keeper. He kicks it, and the final whistle sounds. We're set for a replay. Indeed, a great final rally there by Gerald Griffins. They got a point by Patsy Quinlivan from 45 metres, 3 minutes from the end. And then into injury time. Paddy O'Connor, the bank official, scored the equaliser. A great goal from a penalty spot. Mikey O'Sullivan there, being escorted off the pitch there by Manny Minters. And forward, that's it, actually. I have beside me here Frank Neenan, a veteran of Gaelic games, a referee in the past. Well, Frank, what did you think of this game here today?
I'm glad in account of dealing with the friendship that I've met here and the welcoming all the visitors. A draw is a very equitable, fair result, and undoubtedly the decision of the mighty penalty was correct, and without any shadow of doubt, they deserve to fight another day. Thank you for your commentary. I have you out in the back. Have you any sisters?
I've 3 of them. You're flying it now, Sean. Well, what, you have a second big gate here now in 2 weeks' time. Will you be here again with the help of God?
Now, Father Molyneux and myself have to give it a treat.
I have beside me here Tom Stack. What did you think of this game here today? A final rally by Ballyhale.
I thought it was a tough game. I thought it was a very tough game here today. I thought it was a very tough game. Knockfierna Gaels didn't let Ballyhale play at all. They hit him hard and hit him very hard.
Many people question the decision in the final minute by Mikey Sullivan awarding a penalty. What was your verdict on that?
Well, I thought now at the first stage that he was fouled, that there should be a free out, but the young man held onto the ball and he went down, and so the referee waved out, opened his arms and said a penalty, and that was that.
Such a jubilation of the Ballyhale supporters here today, I'm no doubt.
That's true.
And what about the replay set in 2 weeks' time? Who do you think?
I'd say to be, what'll it be fixed for?
I think it's here again in 2 weeks' time. What's your verdict on that?
Well, it won't be a draw anyway.
Won't it?
No.
The Ballyhale win, is it?
Well, if they're let play, they will.
Okay. Thank you very much. Here beside me, Colm Shaughnessy, the Undertaker from Ballyhale. An interesting point to note is that Cullen was the member of the 1941 team from Ballyhale that won the county title, incidentally the last team to win county honours. Well, what did you think of the verdict here today?
I think it was a very fair verdict, you know. And our lads, I don't think, played up to standard today. I think they should have played a lot better, you know. But Knockfierna are a good team.
Yeah,
And they seem to have more combination than our lads, you know. And on their own play, I think it was a fair result, you know. We were lucky at first to get a penalty in the last minute, but
talking about that penalty, did you think it was a penalty?
It was, yeah. Yes, it was, because I was right here, you know. I mean, he was brought down.
There was a great few of us.
I thought there was a foul before it by one of our lads, actually, but there was a foul for the penalty.
In the end, you were happy with the decision. And what about 2 weeks' time? What's the result?
What's
your verdict?
Well, I say if we had another field.
The field is too short for you, is it?
No, it's a cramped field. It's not. I don't like the field here.
Well, there's a few Rathkeale men behind you there. I wouldn't be...
I don't like the field here, actually, no. It doesn't suit open play. And then there's another thing about this field here, like, we were here the other day playing a match, and there's no shelter, there's nothing here. You know, I think instead of putting up that big wall up there, if they had done their pitch first and done their sideline, the great credit due to the crowd here now, and they're going to have a grand field.
Well, getting away from that, the pitch was in excellent condition here today.
The pitch is excellent, like, you know, but for shelter-wise now, you know, it's a bad day.
Well, we'll hope to see you in 2 weeks' time, so, Colum. Yeah, and hopefully, will Ballyhale win a second county title?
From that 1941 team, there was only 4 of us alive.
4 of you alive, and what, there was the... Gerald Martin's father was a member of that team. He was playing today at centre field.
That's right, yeah.
So let's hope that in
I hope I live for the next fortnight anyway.
yeah, the next fortnight, and you could be going away for another county title. Thank you very much, Colum.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Patsy Quinlivan. You're the captain of a very proud Ballyhale team tonight. Although you did not bring off victory, you were rather lucky in the end to grab a draw here at Sean Finn Park, Rathkeale.
Yeah, lucky enough on the day. Played bad. Knockfierna played their best, gave it everything, and they almost had us for a good while. But as we found out, not enough times ourselves, matching over until the final whistle. We got beat twice, 3 times ourselves in the 80s by a point, the less kicks a game. So we never give up. And
you scored 2 points, a vital one there towards the end, which just put a goal between the sides. They were 2 great kicks by any standards.
I wouldn't say great kicks, they were kicks, something we needed. Just
at vital times, really.
Yeah, but just lucky on the day. Maybe they started over for us. But we had other chances. We should have, we had our one down 40 times. But hopefully the next day.
Exactly. Eamon O'Connor, incidentally, was the man that won the 2 penalties, and he scored a point also. So.
That's right. Yeah. First penalty was, I think, well taken. It was a great save by the Knockfierna goalkeeper.
Exactly, Michael Kelly.
He had made a marvellous save, like, and they had the save to win matches for you. Had we had that going into the last few minutes, we would have been level before that, the final penalty, but it was a brilliant save, and that's what it's all about.
And what about the replay? Do you think he'll win it?
Oh, once you're in there, but once there's a replay, you're always a chance to win it, haven't you?
It's a long time since you last won it, 1941. There's 4 men there I was talking to earlier on. They'd love to see you win it. Are you going to win it for them?
Hopefully, yeah, that's the idea. We didn't come here to lose, we came here to win it, and we'll come back to win it the next day.
And the best of luck next day. Thank you, Patsy. Michael Hanley, reporter for the Weekly Observer. Well, Michael, what did you think of that game here today?
It's a good hard game. Well, I suppose the draw was a fair result in the end, and we look forward to a bumper crowd here in Rathkeale on the 21st. We have a double header.
Is it 21st is the fixed date now? That's I'm sure there'll be a massive crowd here.
Yeah, the only problem is that the county senior hurling final is on the same day.
Yes, which clashes.
Which clashes, but football people are football people, and they'll follow the big ball. Yeah. Anyway, and we have Drumcollar and Mount Collins in the Junior B semi-final the same day.
So a second bumper gate so for Rathkeale. Getting back to the match itself, who did you think started for Knockfierna or Gerald Griffins?
Oh, for me, the outstanding man throughout the hour, I thought it was Davy Fitzgerald of Knockfierna Gaels, and followed, I think, by Donovan, the Knockfierna Gaels cornerback. They were really outstanding. Johnny Milan had a good game there for Gerald Griffins, particularly in the first half, and Chris Noonan and later retire injured.
Exactly. Yeah, how bad is that injury to Chris Noonan? Will he be back for the replay? Or?
It seems it's a recurring injury. It happened to him before. It's a disc problem, and he told me he's going to Milltown tomorrow to meet Dr. Sheehan to have the disc put back in. And knowing his heart and spirit, I think Chris will be back wearing the number 3 jersey for
the head by God he will.
Okay, man.
Thank you very much, Michael. The hero of the hour, Paddy O'Connor, the bank official. He's married to a gal from Muskegon. Where could he go wrong? Well, anyway, Paddy, it was tough going out there.
God, it was. I thought when they put in the goal, they went 4 points up, and I think like a lot of people on the sideline, I thought it was gone from us, you know. The only thing, Patsy got back the point, like, and I knew there was only one score in it, and Hill, we just kept pumping the ball into the box, and we were just lucky, he just broke for us, you know.
It was very anxious moments there, tense moments when you approached that kick.
Well, it was. Martin took the first one, like, and he had a good one, but he just didn't go in. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I missed a penalty after 5 minutes in the West final, and I said to myself, if I ever got a chance to make amends, I would. And I felt running up the field that I don't know, I just felt good about it, and I knew I had a great chance.
You must have been delighted. I saw you punch the air with delight. You must have punched it 50 times.
Well, it was more relief than delight, you know. I mean, it means that we're back in the game, like, and I don't know how Knockfierna Gaels feel. They'll probably feel a little bit done out of it, like, you know. But
disappointed,
no doubt they will, like, but at the same time, I think, like, you know, you can only do both teams good, like, and hopefully the next year we'll have another good game, and hopefully we'll prevail.
It is a double header here now, the 21st.
It's a hit, yeah.
So, what's the verdict then? Will you win it?
I don't know. We came and we didn't underestimate him, but I tell you one thing, they'll be no more easy the next time to beat. We'll have it all to do again.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Beside me, 2 of the 4 Noonan brothers. First of all, I'll talk to Pat Noonan. What did you think of that game today? It could be reckoned as a great escape.
Yeah, I suppose we were lucky. We were lucky to hold out, or to come back, if you like. I mean, but fair play to our lads, they never give up. I think we might have underestimated the opposition for a while. They were tough, and we didn't really click on the day, but we were looking to finish the whole out.
Well, 2 weeks' time, you have another chance anyway. At least you're back.
Oh yeah, we're not out of any means, and I reckon we have 2 weeks now to sort out a few things and hopefully get it right in the next day.
Okay. How about that penalty? It was a questionable penalty. Mikey Sullivan decided that it was a penalty. What was your verdict?
Well, I was down at the far end of the field. I was with Chris Noonan, who had been just taken off injured at the time, and I was down there. I didn't have a clear view of it. I know there was a lot of rooting and tearing and a lot of messing going on there, and I thought that, you know, it was going to be a free either way, I thought.
Could have gone anywhere, really.
I didn't have a clear view of it, but all I can say is that there were boys still stayed in it, and when the penalty was given, and at least they entrusted it to a man that made the best use out of it, and he scored the penalty.
It won't be...
All I would say after that is that I just looked as I came off the field after, and I see 2 members of the 1941 team, which is quite a long time ago, 2 surviving members of that team, and I saw tears running down their eyes. It will just tell you the interest.
What it meant to them. I was talking to one of them earlier, Colin O'Shannessy.
As one fella said, well, while they're there, they have a chance. If you were beaten by a point, if you were beaten by a goal, you have no chance. And while you play to the referee, he's the boss.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Well, I have here beside me now Chris Noonan, the Listowel base guarder. He went off injured. What was the injury? Is it much? Will you be back?
It's a bit of treatment, I'd say. I should be back. It's an all this problem that came back against me. I slipped going in front for the ball with Ned Keavney, I think. I turned and went down awkward with it, but it's this with a bit of treatment and massage, I'd say I should be back, you know. Hopefully. 2
weeks' time, will you win? You have a chance anyway. What do you think?
Well, if I go back to yesterday, to our under-16s over in Chrome, they were playing a big, strong Palestine side, and we were playing with the wind in the first half, and never once did I see them kicking a high ball into their forward line, and I think that's why we made a mistake today. We played into the hands of Ballingarry, we bunched a lot, and it suited him, and a big man going in against a small man picking up a 50-50 ball will come out on top, and that's where Ballingarry got on top today. But hopefully we came back. We did what teams did to us in the 80s and West Finals when we were 5 and 6 points up and thought we did one. We came back. Ballingarry didn't relax, but we just kept plugging away and we got to lucky breaks and we took them, I think.
Many people thought you underestimated Knockfierna. Did you?
Definitely not, no. I never underestimate any team in a final, and you know, you hear a lot of topics before a final and before any game and what players are what, but you have 5 minutes roughly, or a couple of minutes to judge and size up your own player when you go into the field, and that's the time you must judge a team, when you're marking them yourself. We had big men out there as well today, and I'm afraid they didn't use themselves good enough. You know?
Okay.